Hello, everyone. Welcome to a dispatch on all that's happening with PornHub. So when something's like it's a cultural norm, it's hard to evaluate a cultural norm because literally sex is just like everywhere. It's in our marketing, our movies, our shows, our dating, our sense of love. It's everywhere. But over the last 2 years in particular, PornHub has been getting evaluated in a really significant way. It first started with women coming out and sharing their stories about exploitation and abuse, and people kind of preying on them and taking pictures of them or taking videos of them and uploading them online. So a number of lawsuits just started coming out towards PornHub. This hit a tipping point for us culturally when a young girl, just a child, she was 15 years old, she went missing. And eventually her parents found her by, there were over 58 videos of this child getting abused and raped that were uploaded onto PornHub. Somebody discovered them, notified the parents, and that's how they ended up figuring out where their daughter went and what happened to her. It's just an awful, awful way to discover where your child is and it's like every parent's worst nightmare apart from your child being dead. So obviously that broke all of our hearts. So Exodus Cry, which is a nonprofit that fights against pornography and sex trafficking and abuse and exploitation, they started a petition to shut down PornHub. This petition got a lot of traction, and as of right now, it has over 2 million signatures on there. So thus far, we have people sharing their stories, Exodus Cry picking up on that, and then the New York Times. The New York Times runs an article which ends up becoming kind of a series of articles about just the abuse and the nefarious nature of PornHub and the porn industry, how it's impacting us culturally, what's behind it, what it's doing to us psychologically, relationally, but also the people who are just being deeply wounded because of the industry itself, the people who are being exploited. So the New York Times runs an investigation into the porn industry and into PornHub in particular, and this is what they found. PornHub is, and I quote, infested with rape videos, monetizing child rape, revenge pornography, spy cam videos of women showering, racist and misogynist content, and footage of women being asphyxiated in plastic bags. So they deep dive into PornHub, and that's what they find out. It's infested with this stuff. There was even a subgenre, just 14 yo, which I presume means 14 years old, that had over 100,000 videos in it. So not 100,000 views, 100,000 videos within this genre of pornography within PornHub. So that's millions and millions of views, which is crazy. So at this point, people are becoming more and more aware of what's happening with pornography, that pornography isn't just some kind of harmless cultural device where we can go and find sexual pleasure. It is actually wrecking people's lives, and as a culture, it's wrecking ours. So this is cool. So different other industry pieces start to react to pornography, or start to react to PornHub, start to fight against it. So first you've got PayPal. PayPal cuts off their services to PornHub. Following that, the biggest blow came when Visa and MasterCard denied all of their services to PornHub, which in essence economically began to really sink PornHub. It wasn't long after that, and this is cool because this is where we could talk about like PornHub and these like massive global entities like Visa and MasterCard, but we're just single individuals. And this is the cool part. Visa and MasterCard released that they had received over 100,000 emails from their clients being petitioned that they would break their services away and deny their services to PornHub. That's a lot of emails, but that's a lot of individuals coming together to actually fight for something that matters, and it waged an economic war against PornHub that PornHub couldn't win. So there wasn't just that, but there's also the 2 million people who signed the Exodus Cry petition. And just a few months ago, we released our video about that petition, which has received well over 20,000 views. So if even only 5,000 of you sign that petition, that still makes a huge difference. More often than not, when I try and sign my name to some kind of petition, or somebody encourages me to do it, I don't really believe it'll make a difference. And so more often than not, I don't. This is a time when it did. So let me put this in perspective. What's the implications or the ramifications? Like what has actually changed because of this? PornHub, which is, again, it's massive. It's a massive industry. It's a massive distributor of pornography. So big that they had 13.9 million videos. but they actually decided to monitor their content. Imagine that. They actually decided to monitor their content, and 75% of their content was expunged from their site. They had to purge 75% of their site because 75% of it had overt associations with racism, abuse, rape, misogyny, all sorts of just junk, incest, like just everywhere. As the New York Times article says, it was infected. So they purged 75% of their site. So what was 13.8 is now 2.9 million videos. And of course, it's 2.9 videos too many, but regardless, it's a colossal victory over a titanous industry, and it's all because of you guys. You guys have actually made a difference. So thank you for tracking with us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for making a difference. Like, this stuff is awesome, and it's worth celebrating. MindGeek is the parent. It's the parent industry. It's the parent company for PornHub. And MindGeek owns a majority of the pornography distribution worldwide. So like almost any porn site that you've been to, because let's be honest, most of us have, is owned by MindGeek. And MindGeek isn't just making these revisions to PornHub, they're making these kinds of revisions to a lot of their other sites as well. Of course, I'm sure that they're stocking and like doing like a data bank for like the videos that they don't want to delete. I'm sure they're backing up everything. But nonetheless, they are purging their other sites as well, which is it's big. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. So guys, thank you for tracking with us. Thank you for fighting with us. It's making a difference. Leave a comment of your reaction below. We'd love to just read through those and hear how you guys are processing this news. We'll continue to bring you updates as things happen, and we will catch you next time.